The massive engines roared through the darkness of the military airbase. Runway lights reflected off the huge body of the C-17 Globemaster III as it prepared for a high-risk tactical mission. Tension filled the entire area while the ground crew gave their final signals to the pilot inside the cockpit. Within seconds, the sound of the four powerful turbofan engines shook the air, creating a thunderous noise that left everyone watching completely stunned. But what truly amazed people was not just the size of the aircraft. It was the unbelievable skill of the pilot performing a tactical takeoff under extremely difficult conditions. As the throttle was pushed to full power, the C-17 accelerated rapidly down the short runway filled with dust and strong crosswinds. Most people would assume an aircraft this large needs a very long runway to take off safely, but the pilot proved otherwise in spectacular fashion. With incredibly smooth control and perfect timing, the nose of the aircraft lifted only moments after full acceleration began. The ground trembled as the massive wheels pounded against the runway before the giant aircraft finally lifted gracefully into the night sky. The most intense moment came when the aircraft immediately entered a steep climb right after takeoff. Maneuvers like this are usually performed only during combat or high-risk military operations to avoid threats from the ground. Viewers watching the footage were shocked because the C-17 looked more like a giant fighter jet. The pilot maintained perfect stability despite the enormous weight of the cargo on board. Many aviation observers said that skills like these are possessed only by elite pilots with thousands of flight hours in operational zones around the world. Inside the cockpit, crew coordination moved at incredible speed. Every command was delivered firmly and with total focus. There was absolutely no room for even the smallest mistake because a tactical takeoff requires flawless synchronization between the pilot, co-pilot, and loadmaster. In certain situations, this maneuver is used to avoid missile threats, drones, or surprise attacks near the airbase. That is why every second becomes critically important. As the aircraft climbed sharply and disappeared behind the clouds, many people still could not believe a giant aircraft like the C-17 was capable of such aggressive movement. The footage of the takeoff quickly spread across social media and military aviation communities. Many viewers called it one of the craziest tactical takeoffs they had ever seen. Some even believed the video was CGI because the maneuver looked too extreme for such a massive cargo plane. However, former military personnel explained that the C-17 was specifically designed for extreme operations, including short runway takeoffs, combat zone missions, and emergency deployments of troops in armored vehicles. The combination of advanced aircraft technology and elite pilot skill made the moment look like a scene straight out of a blockbuster action movie. What impressed people the most was the calmness of the pilot throughout the entire operation. There were no signs of panic or unnecessary movements. Everything remained completely under control despite the intense situation. This is exactly why military pilots are so highly respected. They train constantly to handle extreme conditions where every second matters. A tactical takeoff is not simply about pushing the aircraft to maximum speed. It is about courage, experience, and the ability to make critical decisions instantly. And in this incredible moment, the pilot proved why the C-17 remains one of the most respected military cargo aircraft in the world.